Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I
Hey, hello everyone. Hi everyone. My goodness. Long time no see. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Like, oh my God. Welcome back to my show, The Shine Everywhere Show. Please hit the like and subscribe if you have not already. Okay, because you're gonna want to be here because we're amazing. Okay, we have a blast. We have a really good time. We absolutely do. The title says Diddy and Meek Mill taped gay encounter! Exclamation. Absolutely. Jason Derulo defends Diddy? Question mark. Nancy Grace exposes Diddy's audio. Whatever that means. So we're going to talk about a lot of the things that are in the title. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome, 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 welcome. I love you guys. Yeah. So please hit the like on your way in. Okay, make sure you do that because you can. You know. All right. So let's jump right into the topics I'm going to put you guys. Let's jump right on. We're going to start with Jason Derulo because why not? Yeah, okay, it's like not even that long, girl. So we're gonna start with Jason, and then we'll move into the other topics. And I'm a girl. So 50 Cent. 50 Cent tells Jason Derulo to shut the fuck up. He absolutely does. And I couldn't agree with him more. Mhm. I couldn't agree with him more. I couldn't agree with him more. Nancy did what? Now, Nancy allegedly got everything. She always come in. People like her come in the ninth hour, and they just have all the tea, girl. And I'm a girl. So she's allegedly got. It's talking about videos and audio that is, could possibly destroy Diddy, and all of that. So we're gonna listen to her. We absolutely are. We're gonna bring up what Nancy had to say. I'm excited because I haven't listened to it. I'm gonna listen to it with you guys because I was like, I'll just wait. Because I was gonna listen to it like yesterday or today. I was gonna listen, but I was like, no, I'll wait because I'm gonna play it for the audience. So yeah, you guys can get my natural reaction to whatever she's going to say, whatever she's going to show, whatever audio she may be playing or discussing. We're gonna go and we're gonna listen to it, and I'm a girl. Okay, but her title says, it's about audio, about Diddy that could like destroy him, and I'm a girl. Question mark. Okay. So and I'm a girl. So we're gonna listen to it. We absolutely are. Y'all know I like to deal with the facts. One thing I like about Nancy is pretty factual. She don't just come with anything and say anything and just do anything. That's one thing I like about her. Like, girl. So we're gonna listen to Nancy. Nancy says, I agree with 50. In my Nancy voice, Jason used to be my BD until I find out he been swallowed. And I'm a girl. Yeah, yeah. Jason's always been annoying to me. He's like the cute black guy, but it's like a white guy on the inside. It's like so. Yeah, I don't know. Jason's he's just he gives token. He gives token, and it's always like annoyed me. So I don't know. I've always found Jason Derulo, like even like when he dated Jordan Sparks, and stuff like that. I just found him annoying. I've always just felt like I would hear him whining on the radio. I was like, like I don't know. The one that's always trying too hard. I don't know. Like I don't. It's just something about him that's just like get away. Mhm. It's something about him that's just like go away, girl. And like watching him work out at Will Smith's house, girl, he weird, girl, he weird, girl. He's absolutely weird. So let's get into Jason. So it says here 50 Cent is now cracking jokes at Jason Derulo's expense after the singer argued that Diddy is innocent until proven guilty earlier this week. Fifth shared a post dragging Derulo on Instagram after the singer spoke with TMZ about Diddy's ongoing legal issues and ex-trafficking investigation. Derulo told reporters that he hadn't made up his mind regarding Diddy's alleged offenses, stating that he believed in innocent until proven guilty. Mm. Now, if you did know, Jason Derulo was slightly interviewed, not like but slightly interviewed by TMZ stalkers, and they questioned him about Diddy, and he said, he believes in the whole. In my eyes, he's innocent until proven guilty. Okay, so to all of the victims, Lil Rod, Cassie, all of y'all, Jason said, y'all welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Woman in New York, the Jane Doe, that's suing for, being gang R-worded by Diddy and Harvey Pierre. Jason said, "F you." Absolutely. Correct. Jason said rather he proven it uh guilty of it or not in court either way. Um y'all, okay. So if they don't catch him red-handed, he don't believe y'all. Okay. He feel like all of y'all are slop chasing. Absolutely. So that's just what that word, that's just what that word. Let's keep on reading. Yeah, he said victims. He said y'all. Okay. Yays. 50 caught wind of these comments and decided to chide Derulo publicly, telling the singer to keep his mouth shut while suggesting any defense of Diddy is potentially connected to the fact that the mogul secretly filmed many celebrities at parties, according to the lawsuit filed by Rodney Jones in February. 50's quote, "Shut the up. Let me find out you on one of them tapes, boy." Yeah, that's what it said. Y'all think we got taped in the title? Shout out to someone who just became a member on Coffee. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yays. So that's just what that were. 50 said, "Let me find out you on one of these damn tapes that's about to be sent to me." Yes. He said, "Let me find out. Let me find out what you mean innocent." He said, "Shut the fuck up." And I couldn't agree more. The reason why is because it would be better to just say nothing. If you're neutral, it would be better to say, I don't really care to speak on that. That's what I would say. Y'all do not have to answer TMZ and they stalker. Y'all don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. It would be better to just say nothing. You don't have to, jump on a bandwagon or be like pro Me Too movement. You don't have to. If that's not how you feel, you're entitled to your feelings. If you feel like he is innocent, or if you feel like the things that are the allegations against him are frivolous and all this stuff, that's fine. It's just I wouldn't say that publicly, because you don't want to make somebody feel some type of way. You literally don't. So I would just say, just don't say anything at all. So when 50's saying shut the up, I agree. I think that you should shut the up too. Okay. Another reason I think you should shut the up, Jason, is because let us find out. Let us find out, and I'm a girl. Hold on. Hold on, girl. Girl, let us find out, girl. Let me make it big, girl. Let us find out that you are on one of the tapes. Are you, girl? This is Diddy's party. Mm-hmm. And then you got Uncle Luke saying that he leave early. Ooh. Are you sure, Uncle Luke and my girl? Are you sure, Uncle Luke and my girl? I thought you said you sit here throwing up the elite signs and everything. I thought you said you leave it early. It ain't 4:00 right now, and you was on stage. That's you right there. Mm-hmm. Gays. I thought you leave early. Luke, you got a hands up on the knees and elbows on the thigh. No, I thought you leave early. This is right around the time that Head Start bus pulled up. This is right around the time that elementary school bus pulled up in the back of the party. I thought you said you leave early. Hello, Luke. Ain't that you? I am not me. She got her hands up on her knees and her elbows on her thigh. I thought this wasn't you. Uncle Luke, you thought you was going to get away with this on. You thought that you was going to say that you be coming to those parties, but you be leaving early on. You thought that we weren't going to catch you, huh? Thought we were going to find you out, huh? You was feeling with them kids, huh? Luke, who the f is this? Hurry up. I thought you said you leave early. What you up here with Trick No Data for with Leatherface? He up here still don't know now. And I'm a girl. Yes. And then you got Diamond Princess, just mind your business. And I'm a girl. Look. Ooh, I thought you left early. Luke, you're still there, Luke, girl. You still there? Ooh, Luke, Luke, I thought you leave early. See, this is why y'all talk about some guilty or innocent. Because all of y'all, that it's a subpoena in all of y'all future. That's all that word. That's all that word. He said he talk about some he leave early. By the time the churn get there, he gonna know you not. And then you got Leatherface, a trick Leatherface daddy girl. He eat anything. He'll sleep with anybody. Look at him. He ain't turning nothing down but his collar. And I'm a girl. Yes. He the one who ate all the wings and stuff. He came to eat. Yes. I thought he said he'd leave early. Why you still talking, Luke? Leave. Don't you leave and I'm a girl? Luke, shut the up. Okay? You don't want one of them good subpoenas and I'm a girl. That's all that is. Luke, why is you... Oh, Lord, he's still at this damn party. Oh, my God. I thought he'd leave early. Are you supposed to be gone? Luke and I'm a girl. I thought you were supposed to be got all of this intimacy and all of it. Why you can get your hands off of him? But you want one of the freak out. Look, y'all just keep on touching it. You can't stop touching each other. And I'm a girl. Look. But he leave early. When you start doing that, because you and Diddy cuddled and, you know, look, he said he leave early. Luke, leave. Why is you still here? Is this why you and Jason talk about some, are you saying that the media and this big company is after Diddy? Jason saying innocent until proven. You wonder why the Diamond Princess ain't said nothing. She gonna shut up. She know better. And Leatherface gonna shut up too. And that's what that were. Cause look at here. Look, still there. Girl, he said he leave early. Why is you lying? No, you do not. You say from beginning to end. Don't lie to us. Stop lying to us. Look, he said there's a belly out and everything. All of these kegs on the stage. You got Trick Daddy in his keg, and you got Uncle Luke in his keg. They brought the beer, and I'm a girl up there shaped like grandpas. His ain't dash shapes. Y'all got grandchurn. Y'all got grandchurn with these shapes, and I'm a girl. That's just what that word. Yeah, Trick up that ugly as hell. And then you got Luke, because I really don't understand why Luke didn't like ever braces the situation. Okay. It's giving he has a lot of yes men around him. Absolutely. I'm like, you want to get no braces? Veneers, nothing. You can't go. You can't go. Look, still there. Look, Flo Rida up there. Look, just a royal freak offs. Look, Pleasure P. Pleasure P, all of them. A row of freak offs, girl. Except Trick, because except Trick Daddy, because now that's one person I believe Diddy did not sleep with him. I totally, utterly believe it. Absolutely, absolutely. I would not. I believe it. I believe it. That swamp dolphin, I believe it. I do. That pond gator, I believe that. Oh yeah, yeah. Diddy, I got you. I got your back. I got your back, John. Because Diddy, I know you didn't sleep with him. Gross. Gays. And I know you didn't record anything of him either, because it's just like, why? Like, gross. Like, God. So, I mean, why would you need leverage over him? And then look at Trina up there. Look at Flo Rida. Go get your son. His whole baby fell out a window. He up here with Diddy. And now my girl, look at Trick. Just Trick had his damn baby. Had his damn child. You know you're supposed to be doing all this pregnant. No, baby Shay. You know he ain't supposed to be doing all this pregnant. Look at him. No, Giselle. Absolutely not. No. He is not supposed to be doing all this pregnant. He drinking, dancing, all this. He is not supposed to be doing all this with a child. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Just a horrible black mother. Like this girl. This that sad girl. Girl, this is sad. Look at Flo Rida up there just looking unfit. Look. Just look like he ain't seen his son. Look at him. Look at him. Y'all know his son fell out the window. 2 stories or something like that. Ain't even one checked on the baby. And now my girl. No standalone. Look at him. He just up there unfit as hell. Rested as. And now my girl. Yay. Look at Trina. And she went, that's why she ain't, the Lord ain't blessed up no churn. This why, because of the stuff she been doing behind the scenes. That's just what that word. Look at her. Look. Look at her. Gone Trina with the rented jewelry. Gone Trina with the rented jewelry and outfit. That's why she's not moving around too much, because she rented all that. Yeah, look at that baby. Look at Trick. Look at Trick. Look at Trick. Why is they let him do all this pregnant? Oh my goodness, that's sad. That really is sad. That is sad as hell, girl. He up here on his Akbal V. And I'm a girl. Look, ooh, still there. Go home. I thought you just say at the beginning. How the is you still in these pictures, Luke? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, that's why he look at Trick. Feeding that baby all that spoiled motherfucking barbecue that he be sitting over there making. Over there grilling spoiled meats, and then he be touching it with his hands. Ain't no fucking gator cooking for me. Like, Florida gator. Like, yeah, absolutely not. No. Ain't no crocodile about to cook me no crocodile. So that's just what that word. That's just what that word look at his stomach. What happens when you miss appointments, dialysis appointments, the 6-month checkup. This is what happens when you miss all of this. Look at he up here with this damn stillborn in his stomach, and I'm a girl. Poor baby just lifeless. Yes. Look at him. Who is that? look at him just up that gay. Look at Diddy. Up that gay. And look at Quincy. That's Quincy right there, y'all. At the party. A whole freak off. Quincy, my Quincy. And I'm a girl. Now look, the gay confetti, all the stuff. Uncle Luke is still very so much there. Now y'all see these the white girls right here. Y'all see these white girls right here. Juniors. Y'all see this sophomore and this junior right here. See, in plain sight. In plain sight. Right there, y'all see it. Y'all see Becky and Ashley. Y'all see it. Y'all look. Y'all see a Richard Arbor girl? Y'all see them? Gave sophomore and a freshman. Absolutely done blended into the audience. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was right there the whole time. Right, that's why they ain't show pictures of them until they did the confetti. Look at them churn. Both of them got curfews, but you know. Move right along. So yeah, so he swear him be at these parties. He just said at the beginning, he's still there. Uncle Luke said, I'll just say the first 5 minutes. And I'm my girl. And that's him right there on the date with Quincy. Diddy and Quincy. Yep, just Diddy and Quincy right here. Absolutely on the date. He has a father. You can't do like father-son things with him. This is a date. Daddy-daughter. This is a date. Now that's Quincy right there pointing towards the light, and that's Diddy right there hovering above him, and I'm a girl. Because this is favorite girl. Yes. This is favorite girl. He is my favorite girl. Yes. What's that you want? Yes, Diddy killed his baby mom. Her son laying in his arms. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I'm good. No. I'm good. Yeah. Hold on. I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Here, flip. So, and I'm a girl. Yeah. So that's just what that word. That's just what that word. So he here with his favorite girl, Gaze, Quincy. I know he said he's beautiful, pretty, all of that, everything but handsome. Everything but handsome, girl. I'm a pony. Everything but handsome. So he went with his favorite girl. I guess. Ooh, let me get this. Okay. Shout out to Hollywood Essegon girl for gifting membership. She gifted one. She said, "Look at here. I'm only gifting one membership, y'all. But I like this show. This show is cute. It is. I kind of like a couple of y'all in this chat. Y'all all right. So look at here. Y'all a piece of dry. I'm gonna give one membership. Not don't make it enough. Make it enough. Okay. So if you was gifted that membership on my sweetheart Hollywood essay, and I'm a girl, y'all make sure y'all think. Then my baby Live More gifted 5 membership. She said, "Look at here. I'm gonna give 5 of y'all. Okay. I'm gonna light y'all up. I'm gonna light up y'all life. I'm gonna show y'all how to come in here basic. Okay. I'm gonna show you how to come in here with just not just a screen name. Okay. All right. You are welcome. Do what you will with it for the next 30 days. That's it. Okay, but we got y'all. So shout out to my baby Live More. Shout out to Humbly Speaking. Make sure you thank Live More if you got a membership from her. Put some hearts in the chat or some flames. Humbly Speaking, thank you. She says, Corinne Steffens been told y'all. She absolutely did. She said Diddy was gay. She said that she came home, well, not home, but to Diddy house, and he was in the bed with Farnsworth Bentley, that they were just, laying in the bed, basically, nesting, getting ready to fall asleep. And I'm like, oh, very gay, but moving right along. Shout out to Kamara, my baby. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. Ooh, go on, girl. She says, Sean, I love you and your show. Thank you, sweetheart. I look forward to listening to you every day. If you're not, now don't, that's a lot of pressure. Girl, I'm not coming live every day, girl. Not a little piece every other day. I got you, baby. I got you every other day, sweetheart. I got you. You make my day. Oh, she says, keep going. I will. God, thank you so much for that, sweetheart. Thank you. Y'all. So yeah, so they out here, on the day, very gay. And they got all the confetti, all of this, and then here come look. All this look, y'all look at the bottom of the drink. Look at the bottom of the drink. It was right in y'all face. Look at the bottles, y'all. Look at that. It's comas in these bottles, bottle comas. girl, girl, in these bottles, I don't want tonight. Eat my chair right, and I'm a girl, yes. And it's in these bottles going around. I'm a slave for you. Inside of these bottles, and I'm a girl, yes. It's take that. Inside of these bottles that take that, and I'm a girl. Yeah, right here in our face. Look, girl. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, is Lil Rod starting to look crazy, or is Diddy just like super gay? Like, I don't, we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. But yeah, so they go to spiked liquor. Look at all them bottles in the air. Look, look at all that SA in the air. That is a shame. Look, ooh, SA in the air. That's this is gross, girl. So look at this girl. I haven't seen her since. This one, look. Mm, mm. Now, see, I'm showing y'all this for a reason. I want y'all to pay attention to the young people that are at this party. Okay. Um, it's right here in our face. Okay, do these look like grown women or high schoolers? Like, I mean, girl, what makes it feel like they're grown is because they're in an adult establishment around a lot of adults. During this party, at this point in time, Quincy was very young when he was at this party. Was he even 21? I don't know if he was 21 yet, being at this party. So, but I do want you to pay attention. Look at Pleasure P. Look. See, now these girls is grown. You can tell. These girls is grown, and I'm a girl. They got tattoos, all this, but tattoo don't mean grown. It doesn't. But the reason why I say pay attention to the young ladies that are at the party, and I'm a girl, because Diddy likes to use his kids as decoys. He likes to have Justin and them at inappropriate parties that they shouldn't be at, and have, the younger girls there, and it's not frowned upon because they're the same age or around the age of his kids. So that's why you see Justin and Christian, inside of these lawsuits, and as also recruiters and, assisting with the African and stuff like that, because he does use them. He used them to have, well, they're like his decoy storefront, it's a laundromat in the front, but it's a, completely different situation in the back, is what it gives. So I always thought that he brings the girls in, how he gets to, when he went to Howard University, he threw a party. This was a few years ago, like 7 or 8 years ago. He threw a party, and one of the students said that they wanted to party with him, that they wanted, to come out and chill with him and blah, blah, blah. So he invited him, plus he let him bring friends during that time. It's allegedly how Brendan Paul came into the situation selling and being the mule for Diddy, because he was allegedly one of the people that came from the party. So, because the boy was a basketball player in college, Brendan, when he met Diddy. He was in school, the one that just got arrested, Brendan Paul, at the Miami airport. Diddy met him while he was in school. He didn't meet him after he dropped out. He dropped out with Diddy. He was like already with him. He's been with Diddy for years, so like for years, type of situation. So I feel like he dropped out of school because he was with Diddy, is what I always felt. But yeah, I mean, it always stems back to Diddy trying to make, see, and the making beats is just the storefront. You know, just the storefront, like Miami being his girlfriend, storefront. She's a slut for cash. She's literally for sale. Like, that's just the storefront. People see her and, you know, oh, that's Diddy girl. No, it's not. Not his girl. And they're all just storefronts. That's how I look at them. It's just he gives people labels. Same thing with Rod. Rod is an actual producer. Rod produced 7 tracks on the Love album. While producing, he was having all of these freak offs and, you know, and all of this stuff, sleeping with people and all of this in front of everyone. Uggs on Uggs on Uggs, you know, doing everything that Diddy and them was doing because, like he says, that Diddy was forcing him to do it. So, and then Diddy has someone come in and basically a producer come in and restructure all of the tracks that Rodney did. So that was Rodney's storefront, you know, being a producer because he didn't get paid. So if he didn't get paid, what was he producing? Why was he there if he's not going to get paid? Why is he there if he's not getting any credit? Writer credit, producing credit, no credit. Why was he there? But he can tell you that he had X with a plethora of people and how Diddy was, you know, basically because I believe Lil Rod till this day is lying about his relationship with Diddy. Lil Rod, you were a willing participant. You are pushing this narrative when it comes to certain things with Diddy. Hey, and I'm a girl. Because that's how you get your money. You need to look like a victim. So all of the things that Diddy was doing to you was warranted. You wanted it. Once you realized you weren't getting paid and you were getting kicked to the side because he found a new Lil Rod and had no purpose for you anymore, you didn't have to go. You chose to because you wanted your money. He didn't have to leave. He left. Diddy didn't tell him to. No, not at all. He left because the treatment changed. Diddy brought in a new producer before Lil Rod left. Rod was mad. Tell the truth, Rod. You were mad that not only did he bring in a new producer, he promised you a Grammy. He promised you that. When he was on top of you, put it right there, yeah. Put it right there, yeah. Diddy, put it right there, yeah. Put it right there, yeah. Put it right there, yeah. So when he was on top of you, put it right there, yeah. And I'm a girl. Telling you, oh, I'm gonna get you a Grammy. And I'm a girl. Yes. Yes. And you had your legs to the moon. When you was holding your legs up, and I'm a girl. Yes. Letting him block guy. When he was all up in your booty. It was fine. It was put it right there, yeah. And I'm a girl. Because you on tape too. Or cut it out. We're gonna see you on all type of positions. That's why you're trying to hurry up and get your little tea. Okay, get your little coin, and I'm a girl. Before we see you taking back shots as well. Like, cut it out. Like, girl. Like, stop it. So, yeah. Put it right there. Yeah. And I'm a girl. While he was on top of you, while you was in a bind, Nate, everything was good. You didn't mind that he was in the bathroom pop-powing people and all of that stuff, and I'm a girl. That was fine. Okay? It was fine that a group of high school students is just people doing their homework before they went and slept with somebody. And not my girl. All of that was fine. You walk past there and women get Diddy. That was fine. You walk past. Now in the lawsuit, you was a hero. Girl. No. No. You was putting right there, and my girl. Put right there. Yeah, it's saying my title. Nancy Grace exposes Diddy audio. Go over there to her. It don't say nothing about me having no audio. I'm not starting Misha Mocha Shay lying arse. I'm not that beige. I don't lie. It say Nancy Grace played this. If you in a hurry, go over there. I don't have it. She do. Put her right there. Yeah. So, and my girl. If I was rudely interrupted by these basic chits in the chat, and I'm like, oh, this is my show. It's my party and a crime violence. So, I'm like, oh. So, yeah, put it right there. Yeah. It says it in the title, though. Shay Girl, it says it. It says Nancy Grace exposes Diddy audio. If you in a hurry, go to Nancy. Okay, this is my show. So yes, and no, I haven't played Nancy yet. Absolutely. If I played Nancy, she would still be up on the screen. She's not. Okay, there's a different Caucasian on the screen right now. That's not Nancy. So yeah. So then once he realized that Diddy was, because Diddy wanted him to come in the room, and I'm a girl. Allegedly, tell the truth, Rod. Okay. Diddy brought you in the room, and I'm a girl. And it was another man in there. And Diddy was putting it right there, with him, promising him that same Grammy. And you were livid. You were livid. You absolutely were. When you went over there and laid on the bed when it was your turn, and I'm a girl, you were angry. You wanted to rip it off. You were that angry. Absolutely. You were pissed. You look like them. No, I'm not putting it in my mouth. No. Have him do it. Hurry up. So, and I'm a girl. You wouldn't even suck it. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all. You were pissed that other producer, not only was he smashing him, and I'm a girl, you felt like, well, why am I here? Why am I here? Like, why am I still taking back shots and stuff from you when I could just be moving on with my life? Put it right there. Oh, yeah. So that's when what you decided to do. You realized that he lied to you about the Grammy. He wasn't even invited to the Grammy. He lied to you about that, I'm a girl. And then he also lied to you because this was supposed to be Brother Love's gay comeback. Okay. With this album that came out, because Diddy has not thrown any Grammy parties, after parties. That's what he's known for it. Diddy was known for throwing the Grammy after parties, and whatnot. So with this Love album coming out, him being nominated for a Grammy that he bought, that Grammy that he had paid for when I'm a girl, he was going to use that as the reason of him really celebrating and coming back with a bang, because he's been very upset that Michael Rubin done took over the gay parties, and I'm a girl. So this was him coming. He was gonna throw this big old party because he had this venue renting out. Did he say I'm lying? Did he say I'm lying? I'm telling the truth, okay? You were gonna throw a big party, a big bath, and I'm a girl, okay? You were. That is also why Jay-Z canceled the Rock Nation brunch, because it was all gonna be connected. It was all gonna be connected, and I'm a girl. It absolutely was. Jay-Z was gonna throw the Rock Nation brunch, like normally happens. Diddy be at the Rock Nation brunch, and then Diddy throws the after party. Okay, the Grammy after party, big lavish parties, and he's throwing them at when the Grammys has been in like Florida. He's throwing them at even at his mansion, Star Mansion. Other than that, he's been in the Hamptons, in other places. The white parties were famous because of Diddy and all of that. So Michael Rubin has taken over. So this was going to be his big, back onto the scenes, winning that Grammy for that Dry album that he just did, about the baby mama that he allegedly unalived, Kim Porter, and I'm a girl, and then he was gonna throw this big bash. And Jay-Z canceled the Rock Nation brunch this year. Again, Cassie's lawsuit came out last year in November. And Diddy also canceled the event because it wasn't like listed like Grammy after party, but him booking an event space was clearly for a party. What else? It wouldn't have been for no damn performance. He could do that at the Grammys. So like, obviously he was throwing a party, and that was canceled too. Also, Jay-Z canceled his Made in America festival. It was rumored that last year Jay-Z and Diddy were working hand in hand to put a lot of artists on the roster together. So how Jay-Z had did the Super Bowl when he brought multiple artists out, like I believe it was like Eminem, 50 Cent, people like that, brought them all out at the same time. And had them all perform. It was supposed to be something set up like that too, with the Made in America Festival and Bad Boy Entertainment. A lot of the artists were supposed to be involved. That didn't come into fruition because Diddy, November last year, Cassie lawsuit, Diddy. So of course, Jay-Z canceled the event. He's not stupid. Jay-Z's not stupid. Jay-Z said as far away from Diddy as possible. As you see, Jay-Z has had no comment, and he wouldn't, even if someone asked him, I think that he will refrain from talking about it. Jay-Z and Beyonce are really good at staying away from press, so that they don't get cornered with questions about things that they don't care to talk about. They're really good at that. They're really good at staying out of the I don't know if they got a GPS on TMZ, but they're pretty good at avoiding things that they don't want to talk about. They're great at that. So none of them have acknowledged it. Not even Kanye West, and Kanye West don't even deal with Diddy. Like he wants no dealings, you can tell, because Diddy came to his performance at Coachella, and Kanye did not oblige. Like I like, girl, please. I like, who? Yeah, no. Tell him to go home. Tell him to get. I don't know what he's waiting for me for. But I do think he's looking for alliances, and Kanye would have been a strong alliance. He would have been, but Kanye like, yeah, no, you. Kanye like, yeah, just like you watched me with everything going on with me and Adidas and all this, just like you watched, I'm gonna do the same thing. And Kanye been calling him the feds. Been calling him the feds. Been doing that. Moving right along. So let's get into Jason again. Shut the up. Absolutely. Who's next? Oh yeah, I guess we should get into the whole Meek Mill thing, right? Yeah. Let's get into Meek. Vitamin D. So, man who says he witnessed Diddy allegedly hang Wale over the balcony says Meek Mill let Diddy him. Okay. So before we get into that, because this connects to it, and I'm a girl, Wale allegedly was hung over a balcony by Diddy. I want to know if it's true. Wale says that it's not true. I don't know. Diddy did allegedly slap Drake back in the day, so you never know. It could be true. Why would Wale want to admit to that? I mean, would you want to admit to somebody holding you over a balcony? Like, why would you want to, yeah, he held me over a balcony. I believe there may be truth to it. I think Wale rolled up on Diddy. Again, anybody working with Diddy, the artists especially, always get ripped off in the end. Always. And Diddy has no identity. He has no identity. That's why he's always been connected to his artist because he's always wanted to be funny. Funny, famous. He's always wanted to be famous, but he doesn't have a real talent, right? So when Biggie was out, he stayed close to Biggie, was always in like Biggie's videos, and would put himself in Biggie's audios so that he could steal from Biggie and whatnot in the long run. So yeah, same thing with Mace, Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, Lil Kim. He always stayed close to the artist because him being in the videos and all of that stuff, being seen and whatnot, was like him being famous. Because he's no rapper. Diddy is trash. I mean, he's trash if you think about it. He can't like sell albums on his own. He is a joke when it comes to rapping. I mean, let's just keep it real. Most of his albums are always featured other Diddy Dirty Money, you know, stuff like that. And when he does do albums, it's always featured with so many artists that are on his songs and whatnot. He can't carry songs alone and whatnot. Like he's trash. He's trash. You know, he can't hold a candle to any of the people that were in the game at that time. He couldn't hold a candle to Nas, Tupac, Jay-Z, Notorious B.I.G. He couldn't hold a candle to any of those men. None of them he could. No, absolutely not. And it's still the same way to this day. He always, even with this last album, Love, he has so many different artists on the album because he can't carry an album. People aren't going to buy it a just Diddy. You know, no one's going to. All his popular songs, there's someone featured on it. He don't have one song that is just him and it's a massive hit. Missing You, Faith Evans, 112, like it's like, and we like the chorus and the bridge of that song more than we like anything. We have to tolerate his rapping because it's just on it. So we have to deal with it, you know, type of shit. But we could have, that song could have been if you remove Diddy's lyrics from the song and play the song, it's still a wonderful song. It's still a great song without him on it. He's not needed. If you just play Faith Evans in 112 and cut all of his parts and put like a hum in between where he's supposed to be at, like somebody humming or something, it will still be a great song. He's not needed at all. And the song No Time with Lil Kim, he's not needed. Kim 8. Kim 8. The song Last Night with him and Keisha Cole, Keisha 8. He literally talking. Like Keisha 8. We like the song because of Keisha. Keisha 8. Not Diddy. Diddy is trash. He's easy to overlook. And he's known that about himself. So again, that's why he attaches himself to other artists because he's always wanted to be famous. He just doesn't have a talent. Like his son King Combs, it's the same thing. He looked goofy rapping, honestly. Like it's hilarious when people born with a silver spoon in their mouth try to act hard. It's just like, can you rap about having maids and living in 18 bedrooms with 7 bathrooms, 7.5? Can you rap about private school? Like, yeah, because I'm gonna need you to stop, like, cut it out. Stop it. Like, it's corny. Like, it don't even make sense. Like, your dad came from the slums, not you. Like, stop adopting his story. Like you adopt his bank account. I get that. But stop adopting his story. Like, you niggas ain't from the hood. Y'all not. That's why y'all doing the ish that y'all do, because y'all not from the hood. People from the hood got more sense. They wouldn't be involved with themselves in the stuff that y'all have involved yourselves in. You know, gross. But yeah, we don't know if there's any truth to this, but besides Diddy again has no personality. So the movie, what was that, 5 Heartbeats? with Big Red when he held old boy over the one of the artists over the balcony, and said, my office hours off. And I'm a girl. Allegedly, Diddy reenacted that with Wale. Again, could be true. It could be. He gives that he, tries to pretend like he's like a Nino Brown, and people like that. Yeah. So it could be. I'm not saying it isn't, but Wale said that it's not true. But let's get into this. So it says, Meek, shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Meek Mill goes off on Wale after he was seen in a picture with Meek's op, Clown Arse Nina. I wish I would knew the other day. I would have stretched you. Meek says, Wale never liked me. Now I'm going to treat him like the streets with an extra E. Every time I see him, I gave him 1,000 chances. These guys be thinking they linking with the enemy, Clown Arse Nina. I wish I would have knew the other day. I would have stretched you. Diddy allegedly hung him over a balcony. Is he not an op? Ain't that daddy? Excuse me? So you get to hang with his op, but he'll get to hang with yours? So basically, the picture that he put up is of Wale and the male that he does not like, that Meek Mill does not like. And he is saying that when he saw, he wish he would have knew this the other day, because when he saw Wale, I guess he saw him, he would have stretched him, rather like knocked him out, stretched him, or, stretched him. Who knows exactly what he's referring to, because that could mean multiple things. And so, but stretched means like body stretched out, like on the ground. So it could be due to powing or just one hit a quitter, or knocking somebody out, stretching them. It's what it. Yeah, I'm up to my black lingo. I hang out with black guys. Yeah, black guys told me stretch means if you get knocked out or someone like pows you. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. I hang with black guys. I definitely hang out with black people. Yes, I know this lingo, like So yeah, that's what that word. So one or the other. It's a threat either way. it's a threat either way. Type of situation. So, but what I don't get is, how can you hang with his op, somebody that allegedly hung him over a balcony? And I'm a girl. Right, a stretcher, Tupac. Yes, that too. That too. Put you on a stretcher. That too. Stretcher. Yeah, that too. So yeah, that's why I say either way, it's not good. Like either way, it's a threat. Either way, it's not a positive. It's definitely a negative. So because I've been stretching. I cannot with y'all in this chat. So yeah, so that's what I mean. So, but Meek hangs with Diddy like that's daddy, and Wale does not get along with Diddy, like they don't get along. So again, Meek, shut the up. So the person that allegedly witnessed Wale, okay, get hung over that balcony by Diddy. Okay, and I'm girl. Mm-hmm. Man who says he witnessed Diddy allegedly hang Wale over a balcony says Meek Mill let Diddy. Okay, so Aunt Glizzy said, since Meek Mill telling everything, ask him why he let Diddy. I'll ask. Mm-hmm. See, the weird thing about this is that Meek Mill did not respond when he said this. Okay, because this is the person that was hanging with Wale, correct? And this is why he's saying that? Why he's saying since Meek Mill wanna, you know. That's what I'm getting from it. Is him saying like, oh, well, since you want to talk, okay. Since you want to talk, and I'm a girl. How about you tell the people why you let Diddy keep it right there? Yeah. And I'm a girl. Now, there's been this alleged audio that's been going around, and it's stated that it's Diddy and Meek Mill. It sounds like gay porn. And they said some, I don't know. Again, I didn't hear take that. I would have definitely been like, okay, that's definitely dumb, and I'm a girl. But all of the encounters at Diddy house homes, because he has multiple mansions, and each room has a camera in it, right? Including the bathrooms. So there's a high probability that Meek Mill is on camera. Okay? Is on camera with Diddy. I really hope like all of the tapes that don't involve minors get out. I really do. I really do. I hope all of them are leaked. Every single last one of them. And I think that the government is going to do that for us. Can y'all hurry up, please? Can y'all hurry up, please? Because I think that the government is going after Diddy in the most worst way, right? Like the feds, they're over it. Like they're okay. So I hope all of them get leaked. All of them, with all of the celebrities. All of that shit gets leaked. Don't leak the mirrors. Of course, we don't want to see that. But we do want to see all of the adults. I hope all of it gets leaked. I hope all of it gets leaked so we could be somewhere in Discord watching it. And I'm a girl, absolutely. So I do think that there's a high probability. I think that there's a high probability. Let's get into Nancy Grace. Absolutely. What is that? What is this? Oh, well, we always knew he was gay, though. He was too happy to have that wig on. He was still with Cassie. With that, okay, let's go to Nancy Grace. Okay, no, I'm sick of her. I like Nancy. I like her. Nancy Grace. Okay. Now she says, girl, shut up, girl. She says, sex, lies, videotape, secret recordings to sink Diddy. Okay, so Nancy is saying this, and I'm a girl. See, not Sean. Nancy, yes, Nancy is saying this, and I'm a girl, not me. Okay, so if you want recording, then I'm a girl. You need to come to Nancy, and I'm a girl. So let's get into it.
Tape. Will secret
Why she
sex
don't blink?
recordings sink Diddy, aka Sean
Vampire.
Puffy Combs? This as Diddy spends the last 72 hours trying really hard to look nonchalant. I tell you this, if a bunch of feds had pulled up in my front yard in armored trucks and wearing Kevlar, I'd be worried. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us here at Crime Stories and on MSM.
Nancy, they coming, girl. They'll be there. You ain't slick.
Where is Diddy? He's spending the last 72 hours looking very not concerned about the ongoing sex trafficking investigation instigated by the federal government. Homeland Security investigators piling into a simultaneous search of 2 Diddy locations, seemingly That doesn't bother him. As a matter of fact, he reposted one of his music videos titled Victory. Let's take a look.
Let's not. Mm-mm.
Okay, what was that at the very end? A woman writhing up and down on a stripper pole, seemingly in a cage.
Nancy, you know this from the 90s, right? Why she act like this was in 20? He just recorded. He just recorded this the other day. He was over there. What was that at the end with him and these damn women? A woman going down a stripping pole in the fucking 90s. Are you okay? Nancy, are you okay, girl?
And then you see a cutaway of Sean Puffy Combs
Mm-mm.
on the run from apparently federal agents.
In
Well,
the 90s, though. In the 90s, though. Yeah, he always knew.
wow. I don't know that this is a good time to repost that, but he did.
Okay.
Guys, take a listen to this.
While initial reports indicated that Combs may have left the country, it appears the mogul has remained in Miami since the raids. Combs was seen taking his teen daughters to Top Golf and stopping by a restaurant in the days after the searches. Over the Easter holiday, Combs posted several photos of his youngest daughter, Love. Most recently, the rapper was caught on camera riding his bike to South Beach.
Very
Combs
gay.
was all smiles, appearing unbothered by the continuing investigation into allegations of sex trafficking and sex assault.
Mm-hmm.
As Sean Puffy Combs gets warnings from behind bars that his life is in danger, he goes for a bike ride. With me, an all-star panel to make sense of what we know right now. But first, Akilah Brantley,
Is you gonna let him talk, Nancy?
investigative reporter with dailymail.com, on the story from the very beginning. Akilah, what's the latest?
Thanks for having me, Nancy. Things have just gone from bad to worse for Diddy. And now not only is he being accused of misconduct, but his son is being accused. Now, his son, Christian King Combs, he's only 26 years old, and he was named in a lawsuit by a young woman, 25-year-old named Grace, who was working on a yacht in December 2022, when she says that Christian Combs assaulted her, that he's
Wrong black guy. That's Justin. Wrong black guy. Wrong black guy.
groping her, that he trapped her in a room, and that it wasn't until another crew member came to stop it that she was finally released. She said that she was forced to take a tequila shot, and there's actual audio of that incident where she asks, "Is this
There's
drugs?"
actual audio. So we're gonna get into the audio.
And he says, "Take the tequila shot."
Okay, wait, where did the video come from?
So it's an audio that was a transcript of the audio was included in the 31-page lawsuit. So apparently, I'm not sure who exactly was recording, but there is a recording out there.
Lil Rod was the one recording, and Lil Rod gave Grace the audio to be able to sue Christian. So the audio that is out there, which I don't know who exactly has the audio, but the audio that we read, which I have the lawsuit, I can pull the lawsuit up right now. When we did talk about this last time, we brought up Christian Combs' lawsuit that Grace filed against him. Okay. Yeah. The transcript that we read is from the audio that she turned in. So the courts have the audio, and the transcript matches the audio. And not my girl. Okay.
There.
Joining me very quickly, and I want to circle back to you, Kiala, about Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter. That's what he has done to become a media mogul with a net worth of around $1 billion. He spends it, right? And that's what he's doing right now. Every move he makes in the public, anyway, is for a reason. To Bernarda Villalona, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor at villalonalaw.com. Bernarda, thank you for being with us. Here's the reality. Sean Puffy Combs has been dragged into another lawsuit claiming sex attack on his son because it occurred on Diddy's, Sean Puffy Combs' yacht. Okay. And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack. But what I want to ask you about, Bernarda Villalona, is the audio tape that Kayla Brantley's talking about. Can I see Bernarda, please? Bernarda, to get a video or an audio tape, even if it's a 911 call from the police, for Pete's sake, the prosecutor or whoever wants to bring it in has to go through a series of evidentiary hoops. In fact, it's laid out in black and white in the criminal code. You have to prove veracity. You've got to show who made the audio. Sometimes, why did they make the audio in as the circumstances surrounding the audio being made. You have to show chain of custody on the audio to make sure it hasn't been tampered with in any way. So when I say who made it, where did it come from, that's got to be proven in court before it can be allowed before a jury.
Yes, absolutely. So, Nancy, what it seems like is that Lil Rod, who's one of the people that is also suing Puffy, was the one who actually made the recording.
Excuse me, Bernarda. I don't know if you're expecting to go over to his house after the trial, but I believe you're referring to Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod.
Who the fuck is you talking to, Nancy? She could call him little.
Excuse me, Bernarda. I don't know if you're allowed before a jury.
Yes, absolutely. So, Nancy, what it seems like is that Lil Rod, who's one of the people that is also suing Puffy, was the one who actually made the recording.
Excuse me, Bernarda. I don't know if you're expecting to go over to his house after the trial, but I believe you're referring to Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod.
Yeah, so supposedly it was Lil Rod. Ronnie Jones was the one who made this recording, which calls into question is why he was making a
Oh, girl, you
recording.
so professional and all of that, girl. Couldn't have been me, girl. Nancy, you got your nerve.
And he knew what was going to happen, so he did it thinking that it was going to happen, and he wanted evidence of it. Interestingly enough, that the attorney that's representing Ronnie Jones is the same attorney that's representing this complainant, this victim in this alleged sexual assault. But this is very damning evidence because usually in cases like this, Nancy, what's the number one defense? Credibility, believability. She's making it up. This is a money grab. But here you have an actual audio recording that the complainant, the victim, is going to be able to authenticate and say, that is me on the recording. That is actually what happened. There is nothing missing from that recording, and will be able to meet the burden to have that piece of evidence move into evidence if it's in a civil lawsuit, in a civil case, or even in a criminal one. So that hurdle is going to be met. But this is very damaging against his son. Also damaging against Diddy because it can even possibly go in, if the federal prosecutors are looking at a RICO charge, can go in as one of those acts.
You're throwing around a lot of legal phrases. When you say RICO, it's typically referred to as racketeering, but what she means is an organized conspiracy. And it doesn't have to be that organized. It could be, for instance, Sean Puffy Combs gets his number one hench person to bring in a girl, and somebody else spikes a drink as a hypothetical. It's just basically a group, even if loosely joined together, joining together for a criminal enterprise such as sex trafficking. And you know, Bernarda Villalona, I like what you said. You're a former prosecutor and you look at the evidence, i.e., this audio tape. Hey, is this drugged? The woman says before she drinks it. And the audio says that Combs' son says, just drink it. Drink.
So that's where they're saying with the whole damage and thing to where this could come back to RICO charges, because you are not allowed to people. Like, you cannot do that. Okay. It's against the law. So with her saying that maybe she saw something in the glass and she gets to explain that. So, but this is evidence. So coming up with this allegation is not just her saying it like, oh, well, where's the proof? Not, you have it right here in the recording. So that can be specified. If they're like, okay, well, why did you ask if it was or anything like that? She could say, oh, I saw this, or she. If you also pay attention in the lawsuit, she said that she was a bartender while on the yacht, and the liquor that they were serving was liquor supplied by Diddy, right? And she noticed that a lot of the girls were taking like shots and stuff like that. They would pretty much like be either passed out or freaking out, wondering like what's going on with them, and you know, walking funny, falling all over the place, just sprawl out on the floor, and play, you know. So that also could have been a reason to why she was like, hey, is this because, you know, going back in her mind, like, I just saw those girls up there and they weren't looking too good, you know, after just a shot or two. So what you want me to take the shot for? Like, what's in it? Right? You know, and he did not deny that it was drugged. He didn't say, no, it's not. He didn't say that.
Drink it. Okay, long story short, that's a problem for the defense. So they are going to attack the alleged victim. They're going to drag her through the mud. But if they can get that audio in, that goes a long way to corroborating her story. I'm very curious from where that audio came. Now, this as it's spinning out. Kayla Brantley joining me, dailymail.com. The Instagram model Jade Ramey denies in Lil Rod Rodney Jones lawsuit that she was ever a sex worker. So the feds are not going to be able to count on her because she's already shot her credibility in the foot by going public and saying that. But I see a litmus test here when you say, hey.
And it's the same thing with Young Miami. So the feds, if they're going to be bringing up charges, if there is any way to bring up a charge against Jade or Miami or Daphne, the people that are denouncing that they weren't, they have lost their credibility. So there will be no reason for the defense to try and use them as a valid witness later on when their credibility is already shot. So it's just like, yeah, no, you done already pivoted because they will use that against them. Like, oh, well, didn't she say publicly on social media and IG that she wasn't an ex worker and all of that? Now she's staying, you know. So so when it comes to Miami, if people like her, if any charges can be brought up on them, they'll just be charges because they're not willing to work with people that are stating that they aren't what they really are. You're already lying right off the gate because there is receipts to back why Lil Rod was calling them ex-workers. He's not just saying it because he heard it. He's saying it because he either has audio proof or some type of physical paper trail to show. And how I would think that Lil Rod does have a paper trail to show is because, remember, he stated in the lawsuit that while in Florida, he would go to this little establishment and whatnot and bring back ex-workers. So in order to go pick those girls up from set place, you pretty much have to pay when you get them. It's not a bring them to where we are and we'll pay them later type of situation. No. You pay for their time and services right then and there. Now, with most brothels and stuff like that, because there are bunny ranches here in the United States that are legal. Most of them are in like Arizona and places like that. So, but there are legal bunny ranches where you can go and legally pay for, you know, services. You can do that, but it has to stay inside of the ranch. You don't get to come and pick them up and say, no, that's African at that point. You come in and you paying for women or men, whatever, and then you leave with them. No, they're supposed to stay at the residence. Nevada, my fault. Nevada, sorry. Thank you. Nevada. So yeah. So yeah, you don't get to take them away from the establishment. Like they have to stay there. If they leave, it's no longer the benefit of it being in this establishment. That's Osteushin, leaving and whatnot, whatever goes down after that. So yeah, there are legal places that have that. So Rod definitely would have to have some type of payment or contact the person that's going to pay, or so. And if that same person is sending payments to Miami and Daphne and Jade, he has some type of proof of what he's saying. Just like making the Homeland Security and the feds go in and react to getting a warrant to look for Brendan Paul, and stuff like that, about him actually being a mule and things of that nature. They did that because he had proof. He had facts backing up his claims for them to, investigate Brendan Paul at all, unless he was already under surveillance. But I don't think he was. I think this lawsuit put a spotlight on Brendan. And I also think Cassie's did too. I feel like it put a spotlight on Brendan because Brendan didn't just come around. He's been around for quite some time. So, yeah.
You're lying on me. That's slander. That's libel. Are you going to sue? Because if you sue, the truth is a complete defense. So let's just see if a lawsuit comes out of this. But I want to talk about Combs being a spin master, a powerhouse in the music industry, largely because he is not only talented, but a genius at marketing. This promoter is putting out there his actions implying a lot. He's biking, he's smiling. Come to me, Liz. I want to show the viewers something. This weekend, he was going over a bridge on a bike and he let go of the handlebars and just went freestyle. Hey, look, mom, no hands. Like in Titanic when Kate Winslet just lets go. Right?
Very gay.
Like he doesn't have a care in the world. Biking, smiling, drinking wine. Translation, I'm not worried. It's a spin, Kayla.
Well, as you can see, these allegations go back decades, and he's gotten away with things thus far. So I feel like he's just acting as if he will continue to get out of things and get away from things. It's something that he's accustomed to, living this glamorous lifestyle. And when he tells people to do things, they do it. When he tells people to cover things up, they do it. So for him, obviously, things have gotten much worse. He's never had a huge raid on his house, a federal investigation. But for him, this is just another issue that he's hoping will be swept under the rug.
To Scott Johnson joining me, forensic psychologist, 32 years dealing with sex predators at forensicconsultation.org. Scott, thank you for being with us. I prosecuted a lot of rape cases, a trafficking case with a 14-year-old little victim. I can't even count them all, Scott. And sometimes a defendant.
We didn't ask you none of that.
And Courtney looks really worried. Okay. Sweating, fidgety, can't meet anybody's eyes, can't look them in the face. And there are others that are bold and arrogant.
Someone had a good question in the chat. GD says, Sean, what is his true income at the moment after losing all of these deals? I would say this. At the moment, Diddy, if things keep going like this, by the fall of the end of the year or beginning of next year, Diddy could be in financial trouble. Again, it's way more coming out than it's going in. These attorneys that he have are extremely expensive. On top of that, he's already settled millions of dollars. It's bad on Diddy's end. I think he's comfortable right now, and I think his lawyers are enabling him because that's what lawyers do. They're gonna want their clients to feel confident in a win, you know, and stuff like that. And lawyers always overpromise. They oh, we're gonna win, or don't worry about it, or all this stuff is frivolous, you know, that we're gonna take care of it. You're not going to find a lawyer in America that will say that their client, after getting a federal raid done for evidence on an investigation that has been ongoing and top secret, that it's a good idea, or that they're going to get their client out of a federal raid. Like, whatever indictments are coming after that, I'm sure that attorneys are worried, that they would be worried. It's like, oh, damn, like some stuff I feel like they can fight, they can get rid of, even dropped, but it's going to be right now. Diddy's lawyers that he have are the best, like, civil lawyers. RICO charges and other charges that may come out of this, African and all that stuff, are criminal. But he's still going to have to pay these lawyers that he has right now for what's going on civil. Okay. Millions. He's going to pay these lawyers, right? And then with getting other criminal defense attorneys for whatever indictment that they're planning on indicting him with, even more. He has to manage the lifestyles that he has, his children, his baby mamas, you know, it's a lot. So there's going to be way more money coming out than in. He don't really have any ongoing income right now besides things that he's already built and deals that he's already made. And a lot of those are null and void. Diddy has a lot of businesses that aren't in his name, just like houses, cars, stuff like that. They're not in his name. Okay. Because he knows what his name gives. He knows what it brings. So he'll put it into other people's names. Even buying homes in certain areas, depending on your name, they may not let you buy it, you know, just because of what you bring, the energy that surrounds you. Like, yeah, no, we don't want you, and never, like, you, no, y'all do too much. Like, you go to jail a lot, you know, the cops are at your home a lot, you know, stuff like that. Like, yeah, no. So he puts it in other people's name, like his daughters and stuff like that. So I do believe he has businesses that are in Quincy's name, Justin's name, Christian's name. Yeah, I do. I think he definitely does. I sure do.
Because the sex attack victims mean nothing to them. They are so convinced of their own power, their wealth, their prestige. They believe nobody is going to believe the victim.
Right. And part of that narcissism and psychopath traits of being able to portray themselves as socially great, and then have the equally opposite deviant side of getting away with things, covering it up, and just blowing it off with minimal fear of consequences. And that's really, I think, what we're seeing with him, is portraying this "I just really don't care" lifestyle, when in fact a normal person, if you will, would have been hiding, would have been scared, would have been, you know, worried about going to prison and the reputation. He's just out living his life again. He doesn't care.
Correct. He does not care. So when people are saying like, oh, he doesn't have a care to run on that, no, he thinks that this isn't going to be anything because he's overconfident and he is a narcissist. To him, he has not done anything wrong. Just like the video we watched yesterday. If that woman, Elisa, if we wouldn't have saw what happened, her getting out of that car, she would have looked like the victim. She got out of that car and made a scene, was just like, oh my God, everything he just did to me, I did nothing. I'm innocent. Like, I don't do anything wrong. He didn't have to do it. This is what he gives. The same thing. It's not that he didn't do these things to people. It's not that these things did not happen. He just does not feel that he should be held accountable for them because he feels superior, above them, godlike. You know, he has a complex. He's so used to getting away with things, so used to people saying yes to him, that it gets to the point to where you feel like you are untouchable. So even in this moment, that's one of the worst things you can do with a narcissist, is give them what they want. He's been so used to getting what he wants that nothing affects him. So it would have to take him actually going to jail, no different than Robert Sylvester, Harvey Weinstein, Epstein, all of them. They were all narcissistic sociopaths and cocky until they had to pay for what they had to. So it'll take him literally being put in a cell before it actually, he snaps into reality. Until he snaps and it's like, whoa, like I really am in a lot of trouble. You know, I really did do a lot. You know, it would take that. You know, at this point in time, he feels godlike. Y'all can't touch me. I'm above the law. I'm above everything. I'm above reproach. I'm above everything.
Well, as a matter of fact, an associate of Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, has released a highlight reel of Sean Puffy Combs' lavish parties. This emerges with Combs partying with Hollywood friends, A-listers, and designer clothes. I want you to take a look at this.
As rumors swirl around the sex trafficking allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, many celebrities in Combs' circle have remained silent. Others, especially those named in Rodney Jones' lawsuit, have rushed to the rapper's defense. Producer Stevie J posted a highlight reel of Combs' 50th birthday party to Instagram, showing off many A-list attendees. While the post purports to indicate what a real Diddy party looks like, it may also serve as a reminder to those pictured that they were on camera.
Kobe Bryant, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Mary Blige, Kim and Khloe Kardashian, Kyler Jenner, Post Malone, Naomi Campbell, Cardi B, Big Sean, Travis Scott, The Weeknd, Kanye, Jaden Smith, Snoop Dogg, Queen Latifah, Kevin Hart, Machine Gun Kelly. I can't even read them all. So I guess the point is all of these A-listers are partying with Combs. You think the feds care? Everybody parties with Puff. That's Stevie J's visual reminder. Stevie J posting a video that Combs' biggest PR offensive to date is this video showing star after star after star partying with Sean Puffy Combs. Back to you, Scott Johnson. You think the feds care?
Oh, absolutely not, because this is just him portraying this socially normal, respected kind of individual.
Absolutely. So, and what they mean by the feds not caring is that if you are aligned with something that is criminal, like a criminal activity, they don't give a. So the people that are coming forward, like Stevie J and whatnot, y'all are making yourselves look worse. You absolutely are. Because just because you are listed in the lawsuit does not mean that the things that are being said about you are true. Even if they are crimes, it doesn't mean that it's true. They have to be able to prove these things. They can. So since they can, y'all are just showing y'all allegiance to Diddy because you feel that Diddy will help you in some way, shape, or form. Since this lawsuit is about you and it's including us in it, we're expecting your support. So we will give you our allegiance. We will keep our loyalty to you as long as you protect us. No different than Daphne, Young Miami, and anybody else that has came forward in Diddy's defense. There's no reason to defend him. There really isn't. Because if you didn't do anything wrong, then you don't have anything to worry about. So me, if I was at Diddy's parties and I did nothing wrong, I wasn't doing nothing with nobody or nothing like that. I came, I chilled, I laughed, I ate, and I, whatever, had a drink or two and was on my way, and somebody listed me in the lawsuit, I wouldn't care. I really would not, because I know that I didn't do anything and you can't attach me to anything. So you can attach me to partying with him, absolutely. But I do believe that there's plenty of celebrities that has partied with Diddy and never done anything wrong, like didn't participate in any of that stuff, that any of the extracurricular activities. I don't think that they did. Plenty of people that just came, stopped by, had a drink or two, listened to some music, or if he had performances or something, watched the performance or two, and were on their way. But I really don't feel like every single person that has been at Diddy's, no, absolutely not. So I would have to agree. I don't think the feds care, because celebrity and being at Diddy's party does not correlate to you automatically did something that you shouldn't have been doing. No, it does not. No one listed in a lawsuit that Beyonce or Jay-Z was African, or nobody said nothing about any of those people. That's why I think it's weird, when people be like Jay-Z, 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 he has not been named. So that means he has nothing to do with it. We can't, now he may be a part of other things, and if those things come into fruition, then we'll tackle them when we get there. This is about Diddy. Like, let it be about Diddy. Like, this is who it's about. Like, this lawsuit has nothing to do with Jay-Z. It's like, stop saying his name. It's annoying. At this point, it's like, if he's gonna get taken down, if it's meant for him to get taken down, then we'll fry that fish when it's time. We're not frying him. We frying Diddy. Okay, he's on the chopping block. Not Jay-Z. So why would Jay-Z be worried? Like, when people are like, oh, if I was Jay-Z, no, he don't have anything to worry about. I wouldn't be worried. His name ain't being brought up or anything like that. Why should he say anything? Why should he do anything? That doesn't. I'm like, well, what sense does that make? Rihanna ain't got nothing to do with nothing. She also ain't saying nothing because she don't have nothing to do with anything. She's been to Diddy parties before. Doesn't mean that while she was there, she did anything. She could have simply went to the party, cheers, said hi to a couple people, took some photos, and been on her way. It does not mean that if the only way to get to Diddy's party is if you're doing crazy stuff. No, Cat Williams himself has said that he's been at Diddy parties and that you just got to tell him no. He didn't lie. He didn't say, "Oh no, I went to Diddy party, but I left early." I don't go to Diddy party. No, I was there, and it was some crazy that some weird that was going on, but I didn't partake. You just got to tell him no. He offered, I said no. It is what it is. So yeah, there's a certain energy that Diddy looks for. He's not just going to just send anybody an invite to something like that. He has to feel as if you are down in some way, shape, or form, and then you'll get the invite. It doesn't mean celebrity equals creepy part of Diddy's party. No, it does not. No.
Soiree, when in fact the dark side's still going on. And so regardless of who he's with, it doesn't take away at all the credibility of any of the alleged victims or the charges against him.
To you, Bernardo Villalona, though, what about a jury? What about the association between Combs and these superstars like Mary Blige, like The Weeknd, like the Kardashians and the Jenners, that could actually affect a juror?
Absolutely, because you got to think juries are normal people. They may be fazed by all of these stars and it may affect their judgment. But I think the feds do care, Nancy, and this is how. The feds may want to question, may want to subpoena these A-listers to see whether they have any knowledge of what happened at these parties, whether they have anything that can move the ball or any interest, or have they seen or heard anything criminal wise. So they do care in that sense. I wouldn't be surprised if any of them get subpoenas.
Including Golden Boy Ashton Kutcher, who apparently is preparing to be subpoenaed. Of course, he's not saying that, but sources are saying that. Is that real? What they better be worried about instead of posting birthday videos with stars is what we have been told: video and audio recordings depicting sex acts by Diddy and others on victims, be they willing or unwilling, remains to be seen. Listen.
The Rodney Lil Rod Jones lawsuit alleges there's evidence of the sexual assaults and sex trafficking, as hidden cameras record everything throughout the Combs homes, which is why homes in LA and Miami were raided. Combs' former bodyguard, Gene Deal, commented that if there are cameras in Combs' homes, there may be compromising video of politicians and princes. The claims are reminiscent of the cameras Jeffrey Epstein allegedly used as an insurance policy against powerful friends like Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton.
Correct. So the cameras, now I honestly do not believe that Diddy was just recording these people and the acts that they were doing. And what I think that they mean by that is he's only going to allow a certain person to do certain things. So if he feels that you're going to be into it, then that is how he's going to offer you it. Okay. It's all about energy, all about things that you've heard prior, because everybody talks, Hollywood talks. So if a rumor comes back to Diddy that this person does this or does that or was at a party and did this, blah blah blah, that's how all of a sudden he wants to meet these people. All of a sudden he wants these people to come hang with him, and you look up and they're getting certain offers to do certain things because of what's being said. So the people on OnlyFans and places like that, a lot of these people are at these parties, all type of parties. They're there for entertainment purposes, and they're there for when it's time for the lights to go out purposes as well. Again, them being at the club, they're being paid to be there type of situation. You don't really have anything to do with that. Those be more so fronts of ways of payment, so that because tax purposes and whatnot, where you have a good reason, to say, you could say that she did a club appearance, so that's why we paid her $20,000, $30,000, when this OnlyFans model was being an OnlyFans model. But servicing people and whatnot, trafficking is what is the name of the game. So it's all in the energy. So with one of the princes, allegedly, it could have been something due to someone being not of age and whatnot, because that's their thing. They may not, do the whole menage a trois or swinger or, bisexual. They may not do that thing, but they do like people not of age and stuff like that. And remember, with Epstein being taken down, the elite had to have someone else take over. So I believe that it went from a contributing thing to where all of them were kind of doing this together, to where when people drop, you get to go up in the ranks. And I think with Epstein being popped, Diddy went up in the rank, right? And then he pissed the wrong people off. So now it's the same thing. Now they're removing Diddy and they're going to push somebody else up in the ranks to where Diddy used to be. With them stating here that he's doing it to blackmail, putting cameras everywhere and whatnot, and recording the acts to blackmail people. I don't think it was just for those purposes. I think he's perverted and he's a voyeur, because if he had Cassie have other men and other people in the sexual situations, and he will record and direct what she would do, why would it not be the same way when he's watching these celebrities and what, although this is blackmail? Because the blackmail is, since you know what we're doing, in order for me not to worry about you telling someone, I have you on recording. So I have you recorded committing illegal acts, whether it's doing drugs or whatever. So you have to keep my secret. So if people are wondering why a lot of these men or celebrities haven't came forward and said something, especially the male celebrities haven't said anything, it's because he has something on them. I got you red-handed,
To Barry Golden joining us, former senior inspector with the U.S. Marshal Service, now with Golden Consulting and Investigations. Barry, thank you for being with us. Keeping videos? Seriously? Yes. I mean, I don't know if he intended to keep the videos or just never erased them, but apparently during the raids on his 2 domiciles, videos were seized. I mean, if that's true, what an idiot to keep videos. I mean, help me, Barry Golden.
That's what people do. People keep videos to look back on, later in time. And,
Yeah, like souvenirs. Yeah, like a souvenir.
and that's why I think
Okay,
that
could you
this
just stop right
investigation.
there, Barry
Yeah.
Golden? Barry Golden, please stop. Once in a
Why are these people on the show if they could not talk, Nancy? She is so rude.
in a while, I relook at videos of my children through the years going to Santa because I happen to have it on a reel. The way you said that, you made it sound so innocent. Yeah, people look back on videos and reminisce. What? These are sex videos, potentially, of unwilling victims. That means rape. Rape. That's what we're talking about. What do you mean to reminisce?
Well, I'm not rubbing. Just people they keep.
You was fine. You don't have to take back what you said. These psychos do reminisce. They do.
And one thing that I look at it in some of the audio recordings that you have and the video recordings, especially that audio recording on that yacht. One thing you may want to look at is that somebody has to authenticate that audio recording. It's an audio recording. So if the allegations that Rodney Evans is the one that took that audio recording, that needs to be date and time stamped somehow, just so you don't have some audio that happened, you don't know when. It needs to be date and time stamped, and it's probably taken by his cell phone, which means Rodney Evans probably is a witness to some of the partial alleged, sex acts that might have happened. If
he was, because he was participating, he was complicit and not only that, in the lawsuit that Grace made against Christian Combs, Diddy's son, she said that Rod made her feel safe. That Rod had recorded the conversation that was going on between her and Christian Combs. That's how she got it. He gave it to her. So, yeah, absolutely. And she also has, hold on, where we at right here? Okay, we have the 19-minute mark. She also has, let me pull this up, the lawsuit. She also has pictures. She also has pictures. This is her arm. Okay. And the bruises and stuff that he left on her from grabbing on her and, and girl. Yes. She got pictures. It says complaint for damages. Okay. So she has pictures of what happened to her. Okay. Those bruises were left by Christian Combs, allegedly. Okay. So she has audio of the conversation that happened. Okay. And she also has pictures of him grabbing on her and all of that stuff. Okay. Before trying to force oral from her out of a room that it was just them two that they were in a McGraw. So yeah, she's coming with facts. She absolutely is. 19.
by his cell phone, which means Rodney Evans probably is a witness to some of the partial alleged, sex acts that might have happened if he recorded that. Maybe not all of them, but part of them. So, but all these videos are going to need to be date and time stamped and have an accurate time when they happen.
You know what? I got bigger problems than the date and timestamp, Barry Golden. Of course, you're right. But yes, of course, you're right. Evidentiarily, you're right. And that's got to be done by the feds.
Are y'all like glutton for punishment? Because I just could not let somebody talk to me like that. Like, it's like, what the is her problem?
Bring this type of evidence into trial. But I got a bigger question. Scott Johnson, I need a shrink. and you're a forensic psychologist, what kind of perv keeps videos of allegedly unwilling sex acts with victims?
So in these videos, allegedly, shout out to R for gifting one membership. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Miss Natural for the Super Six. She says, wow, OMG, PD should have invested. Ooh. And made his own brand. I agree. Shout out to Miss Naturally. Thank you so much for the Super Six, sweetheart. Shout out to Faith in the Unseen. Says, much love, Sean. Nancy got into law after her fiance was. I know, girl. She knows her stuff. I also, yeah, I like Nancy. She just is rude. Like, I don't know why she just don't do the show on her own if she's gonna be rude to people. That I don't like. Thank you so much for the super stickers, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So allegedly on these videos that were captured, that the Homeland Security went and got, it shows that some of these women were like unconscious during not only the acts, but even removed off of like the floor, and not just by Diddy, by all type of people, his sons, celebrity guests that would basically go in a room of women that were unconscious and kind of just have their way with them and stuff like that. So this is why Nancy's saying, like, oh, who would record that? Who would keep that? A narcissist, someone that feels that they're God. Why wouldn't he feel like he could keep it? Ain't nobody coming up in my house. And no one's gonna raid me. No one's coming in here. Like, I own the feds. Why would the feds kick down my door, come in my crib when I own them? I have them in my pocket. I've been working with them for how many years? I've been working with them for how long? Why would I have to worry about any of that? So of course he would keep it. It's what narcissists do. Even with people like Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy and people, they kept souvenirs as well. Why, Nancy, why would Jeffrey keep heads, bitch? No, y'all, because she gets on my nerves and she's rude. Why would Jeffrey keep heads and torsos and all of that? Hello, Nancy, girl. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? R. Kelly had a duffel bag. They're narcissists. They when you've been working with someone for so long, like the feds, R. Kelly too, he was an informant as well. When you've been working with these people for so long, you feel above the law. You had Robert Sylvester Kelly in audios, in lives, talking about something. They should have got him a long time ago. Oh, they should have did this over 20 years ago. Yeah. He's still in jail talking about he's innocent. He's still in jail talking about something he was railroaded. Okay, girl. Narcissist. He will never take accountability for the things he did. Ever. So it's the same thing with Diddy. Of course he would keep them, girl. Why wouldn't he? He feels untouched. That's why Dahmer did too, because he was the, right skin for protection. He literally, one of the police had him take one of the victims back into his house. A minor. Remember that, Nancy? A whole minor. And they told him to go in the house. That gay that boy was a whole victim. So, yeah. But okay, Nancy. Okay. Shout out to GD for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much, sweetheart. If you got a membership from her, please say thank you in the chat. Thank you. Drop some hearts or thank her. And shout out to Uptown Girl as well for becoming a member. I got all of you guys.
For the feds to race in their armored vehicle and seize.
Yes, and out of narcissism, they keep these videos so they can replay them,
Correct.
enjoy them, get off on the power that
Correct.
they is demonstrated in the video, but
him up,
also
please.
as a source of blackmail for those involved to keep them quiet.
Agreed. So that's why I said earlier, I don't think that Diddy was just recording these people, the celebrities and whatnot, just for blackmail purposes. No, you like it. You get off to it. You're a voyeur. What you did with Cassie, you were watching. You know, you weren't really involved in the process. It's the same thing with the celebrities. You're not involved in the process. You're an onlooker. You like being that. And it's getting away with the power that you have. It's like these people have no idea that you had recorded them. They have no idea that you're getting off to them. No idea. No idea. And this stems back a long time. After I don't know if I should say it. After Chris Brown put his hands on Rihanna, they went and stayed at Diddy's house. Rihanna and Chris Brown. So I believe he may have them on tape. They went and spent the night at Diddy's house. Chris Brown and Rihanna were on a jet ski. Well, Rihanna was like on the beach, like part of Diddy's house, and Chris Brown was on a jet ski and whatnot. But both of them were there at the same time. He gave them asylum while all of the paparazzi and stuff were looking for them, and after because of what had just transpired. So yeah, they were there. They spent nights there. So they were a couple at the time, although they were going through their problems. Shout out to GD for gifting 10 memberships. If you got a membership from GD, please say thank you. Thank you so much, GD, for the membership, sweetheart. Say thank you to her. Drop some flames in the chat if you got a membership from GD. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah, but they did. They stayed there. I can pull it up. They stayed there for a few days. It's in my surviving videos too. But they did, and they were a couple. So if they just so happen to get down, or when couples are alone, they'll do certain things. Around the same time, Rihanna, when that happened to her nudes were leaked. Rihanna's nudes, there were nudes of Rihanna, and they were real. The tattoos that she has underneath, it was her. It was Rihanna. Those nudes were of her. They got leaked around that same time, right after her and Chris Brown were over. In my opinion, I believe Chris Brown put the nudes out there, but I think he got them from Diddy. Honestly. Around the same time that her nudes came out. Her nudes came out after that. So it's a high probability that, because they were at Diddy's house for days. I think they stayed there like 3-4 days to get away from the paparazzi and all of that stuff. And then Diddy did an interview saying how Chris Brown and Rihanna were at his house. I'm like, girl, shout out to my baby No. Hold on, let me just pull it up. I might as well, because y'all know me, I like a receipt. Y'all know me, I like a receipt. And I like to show y'all, so y'all just don't think that I'm just making shit up, because I'm totally not. Yeah. Okay, let me pull that up right here. I don't even need the whole thing, girl. Where are we at? The 20-minute, 22-second mark? Okay. We'll come back to this in just a second. Right here. Hurry up. Pull that up. Where is it? Sorry. Okay. make it big. Shout out to Nono. She says, Diddy is the Black Epstein. Remember, they were tight. Keep up the great work, Sean. Thank you so much, Nono. Welcome for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, not poor Carisha, girl. Not poor Carisha. Deserve everything coming her way. It says right here, Chris Brown and Rihanna reportedly reconcile at Diddy's Miami home. Okay, this was in 2009. Okay. 3 weeks after an alleged pre-Grammy dispute between Rihanna and Chris Brown resulted in the Umbrella singer suffering from horrific wounds and Chris Brown's arrest, the couple reportedly reconciled this past weekend at Diddy's Miami house. This was Star Mansion. This was the same place that just got raided and all of that. And all of that. Yes, Star Island. Yes, absolutely. Correct. Correct. One of the homes that just got raided where Stevie J was at. They stayed there for days. And that's where they allegedly reconciled and got back together. And Diddy even did an interview that Chris Brown and Rihanna were at his house. When that happened to Chris Brown and Rihanna, how old was Chris? Wasn't Chris like 17? 18? Like, what is with him? And girl. And then Rihanna's nudes get leaked right after that. Right, barely grown. Barely. And Rihanna is what, a year older than Chris Brown? A year older than Chris Brown? Because I believe I'm a year older than Chris Brown. Because me and Rihanna are the same age. So yeah. Yeah, JB. Yeah, I think you're right. And they were like 8, one was 18, one was 19. Yeah. So because I graduated in 2007. That was my graduating year, 2007. So yeah. For year 27. Chris Brown is 34 and Rihanna is 35. Chris Brown is turning 34 this year. So he's 33 right now. He's about to be 34. And Rihanna just turned 35. I mean, no, she's about to turn 36. And she has turned 36 already. Because I turned 36 this year. And Rihanna is a few months older than me. And I'm a girl. So, yeah. They were very young. I don't know what it is with this creep and young people, but girl, what are these just became old enough to buy cigarettes, not even old enough to drink? What are they doing at your house? What business of this is like, this isn't your business. Why are you in this? No, he wasn't 16. When he came out, he was 16. I remember him running. He said, "The have you seen I can be 16? Once I get in, you gonna go." So I remember him running. He was 16. And I'm a girl. And his next album was already out. So Chris will be 35. He will? I thought I was like a year older than him. He will, and I'm a girl. For real. I thought he was about to be 34. I thought he was 33. But yeah, you could. I know we're around the same age. I know that for a fact. Chris and I. And Rihanna and I are the same age, I believe. Whatever. And I'm a girl. So, but yeah, I just always thought that this was weird. That I'm like, why would they reconcile at his house? I remember hearing this in 2009. I was just like, what the? Because I remember seeing Chris Brown on the jet ski and all of that stuff. And this was Star Island, the house he still owns to this day. So it says Brown's arrest in Miami's house. U.S. reports Rihanna hadn't seen Chris since the February 8th incident, laying low in California and Mexico. But according to sources, Brown began calling Rihanna on her 21st birthday, the same day of the photo of a battered Rihanna leaked out. They're together again. They care for each other, a source from the Brown camp told the magazine. While Chris is reflective and saddened about what happened, he is really happy to be with the woman he loves. The pair haven't been photographed together yet, but shots of Brown jet skiing near Miami Star Island have emerged. Girl. Rihanna, girl. I don't know. They say there's cameras in all of the rooms, including the bathroom, and Rihanna and Chris Brown was there for a couple of days. He literally, this is how you know that he is evil. I don't know what was going on with him and Chris Brown, but Diddy got Rihanna back for Chris. He will be 35 May 5th. Thank you, Christopher Johnson. Thank you. Why would he get involved? Why? So you want a battered woman to meet you with her abuser at your house. Why wouldn't you? Didn't you break Kim's nose and, knock Cassie out? I mean, it would take one to know one. It would take one to know one. That's why I say with Ashton Kutcher, why would you send a letter on Masterson's behalf, knowing what he did to multiple women? It gives you're sending the letter because you agree with the behavior. You agree with it. Because why would you send a letter of leniency? Why would you do that? And you have a whole foundation against what you're supporting. That's why he had no choice but to step down, because that is ludicrous. Ludicrous. Same thing with Diddy. He literally, Rihanna and Chris Brown had not seen each other. Their camps kept them away from it. More so, Rihanna camp kept her away from Chris. But of course, they were young and in love. That situation happened. It was crazy. Both of them played a part to a certain degree, and she missed him. He missed her. If they were going to get back together, I feel like that's something they should have did on their own. I don't feel that a grown arse man like Diddy should have been getting involved. That was always creepy to me. I always thought, I'm like, why would he get involved? Like, what does this have to do with you? They don't need your help. If they want to get back together, they'll just simply get back together. It's nothing we can do about that. They're adults. That's their decision. If she want to be with him, we may not want that for her, but if she does, nothing's going to keep her from it. She'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. They'll find a way back to each other if that's what they want. Somebody like him getting involved always blew my mind. I was like, what the? I wouldn't have gotten near that. Like, I would have stayed as far away from that as possible. But for him to get Rihanna for Chris, creepy. Yeah, creepy. Very weird. So yeah, they were at Star Island. They stayed there for days. And again, there were a couple, they were reconciling. So that's what I'm saying. You got a young couple getting back together. You don't think that they're going to be all over each other? You don't think there's going to be plenty of makeup X and, all of that stuff? Like, and he got, like, that's crazy. I believe Rihanna's on recording and has no idea. Shut up, Nancy. I believe that Rihanna and Chris is probably on tape and don't even know it. Mm-hmm.
Be the victim, but using it against him?
Well, it's one way to not only keep the victim quiet, but also others that were participating from possibly testifying against what was allowed to happen. So from that standpoint, it's a power piece in the chess game for the offender. as well as going back and reminiscing about it, because likely
Why
that's
do
what
you
he does.
keep saying that? You and Barry Golden reminiscing. Like, hey,
Because
remember that?
that's what it is. Like, girl, why do you feel like they just keeping it? Like, Nancy, they don't sound dumb. You do. Like, you sound stupid. They're narcissists. You're not, from what we gather, a predator. Okay? So you and I, Nancy, we wouldn't do that, let alone record it and keep it. We wouldn't do that. Okay? But they would. You may not want to reminisce on something. It's the power. Them reliving having a power over someone, whether they're taking it without their consent, whatever they're doing within it. People that like to R word, like to take away. It's all about power within that moment. It's all about making the other person feel like nothing and you feel like everything. It's all about making the victim feel like you have power over everything when it comes to them, their life. You just control. You can pull the euthanasia. It's all about power. That's it. Telling somebody to do something, like when he told the band to walk for cheesecake, they did not have to. They didn't have to. He had that power over them. He had so much power over them that in the middle of the night, he made them all get up and go walk in cold weather for cheesecake at a place he knew was closed before they even left. All power. That's it. Get off to that type of stuff. He loves that type of stuff. So it's all about power. So he will rewatch them walking for cheesecake, and it'd be a proud moment for him. Something that he's going to reminisce about. So why wouldn't he do it with the other stuff? Why wouldn't he? He liked dangling people's careers and stuff in front of them. It was all about the power. It had nothing to do with money. Diddy would prefer the power over money. Money's nothing. It's power. When you have power, you don't need money. You don't need it. When you're somebody like him and with his entourage, why would you have to pay people for something that with the power you have, you can just get? Athletes and artists and stuff with, groupies and all of that stuff. They're not paying the groupies. They're doing it for free. See, when somebody is narcissistic, it's like Diddy and them. When they get to like paying people, they pay them because they want them to look a certain way. So the groupies that will do it for free, they may not be attracted. It may not be their type, may not be their style. So that's when you have somebody like Diddy, because he don't have to pay for it. He literally don't. He can get it for free. He don't have to do it. Just his presence alone, he has enough power to be able to change. He's the type of person that can change your life. Not even overnight, within an hour, 10 minutes. He could change your whole life. Literally. So to have that much power, to be nobody on social media, but take one photograph with Diddy or be spotted somewhere with Diddy, and then it's just like, you're everywhere, right? That's all for free. That's all for free. No, nobody's paying for that. Because that's the power that comes with him because of who he is, how famous he is. So that connection alone is enough to change how much money you make, the people that deal with you, the people that don't deal with you, the artists that weren't, if you were in the industry, people that were ignoring you before probably aren't going to ignore you now, because with Diddy, that door has now opened. No different than Carisha. There's a lot of people that had nothing to do with her. But then she started sitting with Diddy, and then all of a sudden doors started to open. The people that were ignoring her phone calls, or her publicist, putting her publicist's name to the bottom of the rack. Now they putting her name at the top, because she's been around with Diddy, and stuff like that. That's all free. Free. Carisha doing Carisha Please and getting all that money from it, and the accolades, awards, all of that over podcasts that were way more deserving and whatnot. That's all influence and being with Diddy, the people that he's connected to. She now has a lot of the same connections. So That's what it is, Nancy. That's why they say reminisce, because it is. Thank you so much, Marlene, for the super sticker. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Got to 1K likes. Oh, we did. Shout out to us. And I'm a girl. Yes. Thank y'all so much for liking the video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please keep liking the video so you can support us for 0 cents. And I'm a girl. You could just hit that like. Shout out to Marlene again for the super sticker. Thank you so much, Marlene. We love you. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, so
Remember that time we got in the RV and crossed the country together? That's reminiscing. What you
Yes.
said earlier, I think, would be what's happening, where you, and I'm just a JD, okay, you're the shrink, but you look back on the rape and you get sexual excitement.
it's good, babe. I'm wiggling it right now. I can wiggle it. Wiggle your big toe. I can wiggle it now, girl. Thank you so much for
Out
asking.
of that.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm
and
queuing
they
in with
do.
myself here, but this whole reminiscing thing, it's not some grandma on the front porch with a rocking chair going through the photo album.
Correct, but he is getting off and aroused to
Thank you. Like, girl, shut up. Oh, she getting on my nerves.
because that turns him on.
It does.
And so what Barry
Reminiscing is you being turned on. Have you not heard Mary J. Blige? Reminisce on the love we had. Yeah. Hold on. Good, good. Wait. Good, good. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Good, good. Good, good. Okay, there we go. And I'm a girl. Oh my God. Did you not hear her? She said reminisce on the love we had. She didn't say reminisce on the essay. She said, I think of reminisce. I think of a grandma sitting on the porch going through a photo album, girl. I'm like, ew. I wouldn't think of a grandma if I was thinking about reminiscing. Like, why is your grandma coming up? Gross. But most people are reminiscing. It's usually something intimate. Usually. Just saying. Well, most people reminisce when they're in a marriage with somebody that they don't really care to be with no more. And they thinking about how back in the day when they was wild and crazy, how they was dating this one dude and he was lit. That was great, all of that stuff, but he just was broke and, he had a lot going on. But girl, he was fine and y'all had a good time. That's reminiscing. I don't know what you're talking about, Nancy girl. Reminiscing is, remember how about the husband you had that got murdered? That's reminiscing about the person that people allege that you have something to do with him dying.
was saying, and I'm saying, is that for the offender, this is a momentum for them as well to re-enjoy what happened, as well as for blackmail purposes.
To Brett Brown, joining me, Executive Director of SAS, that's Surviving Assault Standing Strong. It's a nonprofit on a mission to eradicate
You gonna let her
abuse
talk?
and trafficking. Brett Brown, I mean, really? These women, and one man I'd like to add that we know of so far, are alleging that they were forced or coerced into sex. And now there are videos we are learning. Just to add insult to injury, some of these episodes were videotaped and some idiot kept the videos.
Yes, I see a pattern here that we see a lot among predators, and it is one of ownership. Sean Combs sets out to own his victims, and he does it in a variety of ways, but usually beginning with gifts that are Trojan horse gifts. So if you're looking to get on a label, if you want a nice place to live, if you're looking to kind of, record a record, any of these things, it's people's dreams. And then he takes them and he twists them into a nightmare. And he maintains this ownership over people through threats and intimidation. And it's been clear this is a man who makes good on his promises. He follows through on those threats. And so how many times has he been brought to justice? So when you look at the victims over the years, They're trying to figure out what survival looks like. How do they stay alive and keep going without having to relive this over and over again? For some of them, it is silence. And for others now, they are finally speaking out, even though they may be videoed.
The U.S. Attorney's Office.
He couldn't be. I love everything that she had just said. I'll play it. I love everything that she had just said because that is very so much true. They get into, you're pulled in, and when you're pulled in, he sets it up in a way for him to own you. So it makes a person feel like it's impossible to say something. And seeing him get off with certain things and seeing no one say no to him, everyone is saying yes to him bragging about getting away with certain crimes, people seeing him pow-powing, people hearing him pow-pow, that it doesn't make a person want to speak. It doesn't make them want to do that because, again, what survival looks like. If I say something, where's my protection? And if you have no protection, the best protection is silence. It's to say nothing at all. But that doesn't help. It doesn't do anything. It just makes the situation worse. But he owns you because you feel that there's no option. My only option is silence because he has threatened me and he's carried out on, certain things. It may not have been towards me yet because I haven't said anything. But as soon as I say something, I could just be gone, and no one looking for me. He targets certain people and he keeps the ones closer that have more protection. So Cassie couldn't just come up missing, right? Her mother is close to her. Her father's close to her. Something happened to her, the family's going to know. They're going to be looking for her instantly. So he had to keep her close because he needed her to keep her secrets, or his secrets. With other victims, they may not have family. It may just be them. So it's easier to make those type of people disappear. With people that are loved and have a foundation around them, it's harder to take care of those people because people are going to know. They're, if he could take out Kim Porter, somebody that close to him, and I feel like I know he did something to her. What gave it away to me that he did something to Kim Porter was when he did the interview, I believe it was for Essence, and he said that the last thing Kim Porter had said to him was that she wasn't feeling well, and she told him to take care of her babies. Kim Porter does not strike me as the type of mother that will give up, as the type of person that will give up. She would have stayed here for her children. She would have. A terminally ill person would say what he said, that she said to him. For someone that was fine, why would she tell you to take care of her kids? Like it's a strong possibility that she could die. Why would she tell you that? She didn't call you telling you like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't feel like that was the conversation because that's not what you said. You said that she did say that she wasn't feeling well, but she also told you to take care of her kids. Why would she say that? I wouldn't tell somebody that if I didn't feel like, I wouldn't call my kid's mom and say that. Like, oh, make sure you take care of me. If there's something wrong with me, I'm going to fight. I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to do what I need to do to fight. Whatever options there are. And not just for me, for my kids. They need me. So, no, you did something to her. And even a guilty conscience will speak. It will. A guilty conscience will speak. And you were low-key leaving breadcrumbs out to let us know that. And I'm not even going to say that. He's cocky. So he could have been saying it on purpose. He could have been saying it on purpose, wanting people to know. You got people going around saying, the people around him in his camp extent that he bragged about pop-powing Natanya in the face and that he got away with it and bragging about allegedly having certain things done to Pac and whatnot. So who knows if he said it? You know, he's so narcissistic. Who knows? But that is a giveaway that you did something to her, because that literally makes no sense. I can see if the woman had cancer, you know, or something like that, knew she was passing away, knew she wasn't going to be here long, and having a conversation with you and saying, like, you know, take care of my kids. That makes complete sense. You know, I'm not going to argue that. But someone that went from fine to dead, no. I just don't feel like she said that to you unless you said something to her, unless you threatened her in some way, shape, or form. Like, I'm gonna do da. And she's like, well, if you're gonna do that to me, at least take care of my kids, you know, make sure you take care of them. You know, if you're gonna do, I could see her saying it in that regard. But she didn't feel like her life was in danger. Why would she tell you? Like, so that was a giveaway, right there, that you had something to do with it. You absolutely did. I don't care what he say. I really don't. Shout out to Marlene for the Super Six. She says, Sean, you need to do a Diddy blind items reveal. Things are getting dark. Diddy out here, willing to throw whoever out there to the muddy the water. I agree. I think he's trying everything in his power to target Lil Rod and others. Lil Rod is the main person that he's attacking. I do have inside information about someone that Diddy is planning on using against Lil Rod when this goes to court, because it looks like this will be going to like some form of court trial type of situation. So Diddy is trying to destroy Rod and his character. Oh yeah. I think the church thing is really going to destroy Rodney. Rodney Lil Rod Jones is a horrible person. He's really not a good character witness. I mean, this is somebody that have destroyed a church in his church home. He started playing, you know, instruments for the church that he was with, and he ended up sleeping with the pastor's wife. They were carrying on an affair. And the church even, shout out to Corey for the super sticker. She says, superb deep dive. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And shout out to Marlene again. She says, Sean, I know what he did to Kim, offered to fix her security system and put a camera in her room and use. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. That's very so much possible. It is. It is very so much possible. Thank you for the super stickers. Yeah, Lil Rod was a part of this church, and he started sleeping with the pastor's wife. Now, he was supposed to be helping her work on a song. They were supposed to be producing music. He was supposed to be helping because he plays a lot of instruments. He doesn't just play like the piano and whatnot. He plays a lot of instruments. And he ended up, because the church dissolved after the affair. So he was in this pastor phase, you know, a part of the church, all of that, choir director, I think, at that point in time, and ended up sleeping with the pastor's wife. It caused such a scandal that it destroyed the church, and the church dissolved, and she kept sleeping with him. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot that when it comes to Lil Rod is not innocent by any. Again, there is a lot of tea on him, a lot. And he is no innocent party. He is not. Lil Rod has also had an extensive, okay, use of drugs before ever even meeting Diddy. So him trying to make it look like, oh, Diddy was forcing me to think you were doing this before you even met him. Like, what are you talking about? Now that you saw him, all of a sudden he was forcing you to do the thing. You came there with powder on your nose. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you came there popping and X and all, you were already doing all of that stuff. Like, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it. Like, you willingly were drinking the water. Like, Cut it out. I'm like, yeah, you were an addict before he even met Diddy. Hello. He's been married to multiple people. He has hella children. Lil Rod. Oh yeah. Lil Rod, how many kids you got? Like 9, 10? All by different women? And you had the majority of them while you were married? Yeah. Aren't you married, Rod? And your ex-wife is being harassed by Diddy right now too, the one you have the youngest daughter with. Like, he got all type of kids, all type of children, a lot. Correct. Yeah. So he was doing all of this prior to Diddy. Yeah. So I'm sure Diddy's about to use all of this up against him. I'm sure. He's going to. And not only that, there are also allegations against Lil Rod. Lil Rod, there is someone that has come forward. I have the receipts that has come forward and saying that you are word of them, and they have proof. They have proof, and the proof is him admitting it. Like, you admit it, Rod. You do. They even confronted you about it, and you didn't deny it. You did not. Lil Rod is the one filing this lawsuit against Diddy. The one who got all of this stuff going right now is Rodney Lil Rod Jones. Correct. So yeah, there's literally a victim that has come forward and said that you are word of them, and they have proof. You even tried to pay them as well. Correct. Until the lawsuit is over, pretty much for them to like shut up, to not say anything until you get your coin. 100%. We have the tea. We do. I'm just waiting until I have the thumbs up to share it. When I have the thumbs up, oh yeah, that's going to be a hell of a surviving. Oh girl, that's going to be a hell of a surviving. I have a like a 2-hour conversation with the victim, like getting all of the tea, like everything, everything. Yeah. I also have the detective's number and the private investigator's number that are one detective is working against Diddy. They have an investigation against Diddy. And the other, the private investigator is Diddy's private investigator. That's who we called on live. That was Diddy's private investigator. Not somebody that has a case against Diddy. No. He's working for Diddy. 100%. That's why I wanted to give Daphne his number, because he's working for Diddy, so he's doing anything to help Diddy, right? And the accusation that Daphne made against 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, about allegedly R-wording her, I'm like, okay, well, he will want this information because he hates, his client hates 50 Cent. He hates Curtis Jackson. And she's in the lawsuit, Daphne. So Bonus Jonas Diddy's investigator going after bloggers. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with them. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with them. So I don't know who he's going after. I don't have anything to do with them. I mean, I'm not mad at him. Shout out to his investigator. The investigator's just doing his job. He's paid to do a service, and that's what he's doing. I mean, he can't help it that that's his client or whatever. He can't help it. He's just getting his coin. He doing what he's supposed to do. Not at him at all. He didn't do anything wrong. I'm just not doing anything to try to vindicate Diddy, or anything. I don't, So that's why I thought I will have no dealings with the investigator. We don't have nothing to talk about. Daphne would have things to talk about with him. We don't have nothing to talk about. The investigator and I. We got to talk about. I know he's not going to let me in on anything that's going on. I mean, that wouldn't be smart. So what do we have to discuss? Yeah, but yeah, I don't have a problem with him. Shout out to him. You know, he's just doing his job. Yay. So that's all I gotta say about the investigator. But I don't know if he is out here attacking bloggers. I don't know. He hasn't attacked me. He being honest on Rod and receipts. Well, right. Yeah, I have proof of these things. I'm not just saying these things about Rod. That's how I know that Rod was complicit. Rod was in Diddy. Okay, because we've been here 2.5 hours, so we're gonna need to cut this off. I don't like him being super long. Rod was in Diddy. They were in a relationship. Rod was the new Cassie. It did not become an issue until Rod did not get his money. That is when it became a problem. Rod has sued Diddy before. Okay, this will be the second time that he is suing him. So again, it's like a scorned lover. They were in a relationship / a situationship. It's how I looked at it. Young Miami has always been a beard. Diddy has never been dating her or nothing like that. How enough is Diddy dating her if he right in front of Miami, sticking his fingers in men's pants and all this stuff? Girl, please. Like, she's always been a beard. She is bait. No different than Cassie. Cassie was bait. A lot of the men that Diddy wants are not attracted to men. So he needs an icebreaker. Somebody like Young Miami, Cassie, Daphne, Jade, all of those people. They will attract men that he wants to sleep with, that he wants to do things with. Okay? They'll sit over there, drink the spiked stuff together, all of that stuff, and then these men will wake up in the bed the next morning, no different than Rod. He said it even in the lawsuit, that he woke up in the bed with ex-workers and Diddy. You don't think other people have? You have people coming forward saying that they know that Diddy, Meek Mill, people in the camp, people around them saying this. Not me. I'm not saying that I'm not there. I can't tell you what's going on. But they can, and I'm going to listen to them. So, yeah, Diddy was king. Rod. I don't care what Rod says. You are not telling the truth because you don't want to make it look like what it really is. What it was you were willingly letting him bust it open. That was willingly. He was not taking anything from you. No. Now, I do feel in the beginning there were certain things that were going on that he wasn't necessarily down with, and he kind of just allowed it because it was Diddy. People don't tell him no. So why would Rod? Why would he? I think it started off involuntary. I do. I think it started off as him not being interested. He came there to do work. He wanted to get paid, and he didn't mind sleeping with females and stuff like that. He didn't mind none of that stuff. All of that stuff was fine. He didn't care. He was cool with it. But then when it got to the point to where there was no money being transferred, it's just I'm staying with him. He's showing me things and taking me places. Yeah, I done been on yachts but there's no conversation. He has a family. He has umpteen kids, all of this stuff. That's when it started to become a problem because there's no benefit. He's staying away from his family on holidays, all that stuff, missing out with his kids, time with his children, stuff like that. Ought to be with Diddy. Ought to be with him. 100%. Yes. So I feel like he needs to tell the truth about that. Like, I've been saying that since he filed the lawsuit. Tell the truth. You and Diddy were dating. Y'all were a couple. And once you realized that you were not profiting from it, him sitting there watching Young Miami get checks and Jade get checks and Daphne get checks, all of these people getting paid but him. But he doing all the work. He laying on his back and front and side and all of this stuff, being recorded and all of this stuff. But he's reaping no benefit from it. Again, Diddy didn't tell him to leave, just like Cassie. Cassie left. She ran. He never told her to leave. He did not break up with her. She's property. Just like Lil Rod. Lil Rod was property. He knew that he was property. And he wasn't getting paid. Now I gotta sue you. If he came forward trying to sue, but told the truth, it was like, we were in a relationship, we were doing this, we were doing that, but there were times to where it wasn't consensual. There was time. He knows that people gonna look side eye it. I think I'm like, okay, well, how was all this going on if y'all was going together? Like, if he has you anytime he wanted you, you were at his beck and call. When did it come to the point to where you weren't giving consent? You weren't getting paid, but you were doing all of these other things. Wasn't that your payment? Wasn't you doing, da 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 da? And he don't want to be looked at as gay. I feel like he felt like Diddy gay. He wanted to do all this stuff to me. I wasn't seeking him out. I wasn't courting him. He courted me. He wanted to be with me. He was feeling on me, nibbling on my ear and whatnot. He wanted me to spend a night with him. He don't want me because this dude was literally missing time with his family, not going home for. So if you missing out on this is deeper than what you're trying to make it seem. It's deeper. Diddy let him choose his partners. He did the same thing with Cassie. He will let Cassie choose. How are you any different from her besides he wasn't publicly announcing that he was with you? Like, what? Y'all were basically one and the same. You and Cassie. So if he was doing that with her, and he was doing it with you, and you weren't doing it with Cassie, you were picking your own people, you're Cassie. You're dating him. He's allowing you to choose because in his eyes, it's him doing you a solid. Because at the end of the day, when you come back with these girls, you're going to do what he wants you to do and how he wants you to do it. You're not going to say no. You're going to say yes to everything. So him saying like, oh, I woke up in the bed and after being, being ugged, and he was in a bed too with workers. So you mean to tell me somebody as busy as Diddy, you woke up in his bed with ex-workers? It's giving cuddle, because somebody as busy as him, you would think he would have been up already. Y'all doing all them Uggs and stuff. He still got businesses and stuff to run, and all this stuff. If you're waking up in the bed with him, then that's a normal thing. Karen Steffens said in her book that she came to Diddy's house unannounced at one point, but he called for her, but she came unannounced. When she got there, Diddy and Farnsworth Bentley were in the bed together, like falling asleep, basically, like in the bed with one another. Not Farnsworth Bentley at the end of the bed. No, them right next to each other in bed, like snuggling when she got there. So this has been mentioned, been discussed, okay, by plenty of people. Absolutely. So it's the same thing with Rodney. Like, Rodney, please, you and Diddy were a thing. Y'all were a thing. You don't want to admit it because it removes the victim mentality from you. It removes the victimhood that you have around you. If it looks consensual, then it makes it seem as if you really shouldn't be entitled to anything. Like, what are you suing for? He's suing Diddy for FA. If he makes it seem that it was consensual, where's the FA? The attorneys are going to argue that he allowed these things to happen. He wanted them to happen. Diddy's attorneys wouldn't even have to fight it at that point and say that, oh no, Diddy never touched him. No, they could be like, yeah, they did have a relationship. My client did have a relationship with them, a consensual relationship. He don't want them to be able to push that. He wants to make it seem like he was violated. He wants to make it look like he was violated, because then looking that way, I'm the victim. So people have to, you know, feel like I'm due compensation for the things that I went through. There will be no compensation if it was consensual. So yeah, so that's what I have to say on that, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the super stickers and super chats and liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. We got over 1,000 likes this video during the live. Oh my God, I'm so spoiled. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We will be back tomorrow. But until then, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay? All right. Bye.